All right. Indy's morning show, After Hours.
After Hours.
More content for you. That is the goal. If you like listening to the show during the week, it's like that, but more and longer. But not
That
too
was
long.
so not clear.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
It's like that, but more and longer.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
What marketing?
But it's just after hours. Yeah.
So as we are doing this, we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram Live. I see Lane just joined there. I think it's Lane Suze, so it must be Susie, I think it's her name. Erin is on there. Emily's on there as well, too. So a lot of people joining. So we do this every Friday. You can join us here as well. What else makes Fridays very special is the fact that it is Sleeveless Friday.
I did not approve this. I want you to know. I did not approve this.
As we are streaming this live, if you're listening on the podcast after the fact,
Yes.
you're not able to see this, but it is a sight for all eyes.
Some sore eyes.
Kevin is doing it. Sleeveless Friday. My guy, what is going on? I love this. Why the change of heart? Why the change of pace?
Well, I realized that all the cool guys were doing this.
But you said maybe in the spring when it's warmer, and then all of a sudden you're doing it, and it's a little warmer today. But
and I got a lot of people saying, "Hey, are you going to do it?" So I was kind of pressured in that way, and I was happy to do it. Yeah.
I think last week actually Brad asked when Kevin and Deb going to do Sleeveless Friday, and well, here's your answer, Brad.
Yeah. Now Deb asked, "Did you go out and buy this shirt just for this?" And no, this is a shirt that I would wear and do wear when I'm on my tractor mowing.
Okay.
So I normally have a tan line. In the summertime, my tan line is right here.
Yeah.
So,
all right. You know what? All right.
Oh no!
No, I'm kidding. I don't have a shirt on underneath this.
I'm telling you, you probably just Indy Lawn Bandit on Instagram Live. I think it's gonna be bummed because they said yes, Kevin. Katie says hi, everyone. Hello. Let's do this real quick. You're sleeveless right now.
Yeah.
You got to do the pose on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Pose. Yes, there you go. Sleeveless Friday pose.
Deb doesn't play along.
I don't. I'm
She's
not
not sleeveless. It's only for sleeveless.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can't play. You can't play along.
One more
Okay,
time.
fine.
One more time.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Pose. Yeah. All right.
It doesn't take much.
Sleeveless Friday.
It doesn't take a whole lot.
Easily amused. Something else that doesn't necessarily take a whole lot, and maybe some cases it does, is when you go online shopping.
Yeah.
A lot of times, instead of having to go and figure out a path of how to get your money back, social media has made it so much easier.
Yes.
And so selling stuff to other people that's used.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah. Venmo is a way to do it.
Venmo, cash, check. Check probably not. So
I'm going to
much.
sell something over the weekend, or try to, on Marketplace. I got some tools I'm going to get rid of. One of which Matt's going to take off my hands. I'm excited about that.
Not as excited as I am.
Yeah. So I'm going to sell something on Marketplace. I've never really done that. My wife's done Marketplace stuff before, but I haven't.
We've all taken stuff to Goodwill, things like that.
Absolutely.
But when you have things that are, that you paid a little bit more money for and it's a nicer brand, sometimes you think, I would like to just make sure that you get a little bit of money back for it and you can pay it forward and someone else gets to use it. And so I've done it a lot. And I've done the On Your Honor system where you leave the little money envelope under your porch.
Kind of like a farm stand almost.
Yep, and you have the box of the items there with their name on it. And I've never been stiffed. I've never had someone pick up an item and not pay me for it.
I've got a unique situation of something I purchased. And
Okay.
I'll share that in a second. But are you feeling nervous about it, Kevin?
No, you got to be home. I got to set the time, because my wife's done this before too, and it's like, depending on what you've got on there, it has a high demand. You got people popping in there all the time wanting it, and you got to immediately say it's gone.
There is pressure to
if
respond.
you don't, they get upset.
Yeah.
I know in the past she's had something on sale on Marketplace. The person says, "Okay, I'm going to come at 3:00 and pick it up." She takes it off. The person never shows. So it's kind of like I just want to get rid of it, sell it.
Yeah.
Now, some people don't do home, and I would think it's a great idea. They do a public place, post office, a police station. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I find it interesting, too, because, again, the day and age of spam bots that are on social media, too, even them sneaking through and trying to send you a message to try to get your information. So you really got to be diligent about this, because it is a digital age.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to be able to sell stuff fairly easily. like my old TV stand that my ex-girlfriend was like, we're going to get something new because that's definitely a college
So you had no
guy's
trouble selling
TV
it?
stand. I had no issue at all.
Okay.
And it went really well. The guy was really nice.
Did
Picked it
you
up.
sell it for the price you were asking for? Did the person
Yes.
bargain with you in some way?
Yes, and it was actually pretty reasonably priced too.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part. But my big story, Yvette says, "Happy Friday to all of you." So hello,
Hey,
Yvette.
Yvette.
And Lisa as well too. She said, "I thought Deb would have surprised us and do it with Sleeveless
Well,
Friday."
it
But
would have been a little chilly this morning.
that's all right. All right. But I was lucky enough to be able to find a nice couch on
Oh, yeah.
Craigslist back in the day. And this is
Yep.
before Facebook Marketplace
Right.
and all that stuff.
Craigslist is still good, yeah.
Yeah, and so my buddy and I, we were roommates. We needed a couch, and so we drove from my hometown at that time, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, to Austin, Minnesota, which is about, I want to say 3 hours away. Home of the Spam Museum, by the way.
Spam.
And as we were there going to pick up this couch, which was in great condition, but it was a really big risk, right? It could have been damaged,
Sure.
could have been whatever. Or they could have been like, no, we're now going to ask double the price, whatever.
You've driven all
case-
this way.
Yes.
Yep. So Honor System was really nice, and they did a really nice job with
Do you still have
fulfilling
the
the
couch?
obligation. I did until probably 5 months ago. I actually sold it here on Facebook Marketplace
See?
as well, and it worked well, right?
Yeah.
But when we went to pick it up, the guy that was there, it was his couch from when he was in college, and his wife also said, "You're not keeping this. This is a college couch. It needs to go."
Right.
And it's me and my buddy, two college guys, were like, "Yeah, absolutely."
This is awesome.
But the freaky part, and this is a scary part that made me think about this, the guy told us that his wife wasn't going to be there to be part of this transaction because she was actually related or good friends, I don't remember, with somebody who actually had a not good situation where,
Oh.
a stabby,
So
yeah.
she wasn't comfortable having you guys come, so she left.
Yeah,
He
because
stayed
that
there.
personal
Yeah.
experience of
Yeah,
that.
that's going to be scary.
Well,
Traumatic
not only that,
experience.
but I would say that's scary.
It is, yeah.
Another thing you don't want to sell on Facebook Marketplace are beds. I have a cousin that bought a mattress and she brought bed bugs into the house.
That's exactly. Oh,
And I mean, she had to do
it's
it.
a bonus.
No, it's not a
Wow.
bonus.
Yeah.
She had to do an
Roommates.
exterminator. Did you say roommates?
yeah, maybe.
I mean, the whole
My
thing.
landlord won't let me have pets.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
That's
That's
bad.
true too. Yeah.
Man, so we got some more comments that are coming through here too. So if you've ever purchased something or
Yeah.
sold something on,
What's your best find?
yeah, best find or something that happened to you in your experience, where maybe you didn't get full value or whatever.
Or maybe they ripped you off.
Yeah, share that with us. Doug says we're Kevin. Sleeveless. I think they're cheering you on. I'm assuming
okay.
that's what Doug's doing.
Or he's
Or like, don't ever do it again.
Yeah, maybe. We do see Lacey says, "Good morning, WFMS, my favorite radio station. Good morning to you, Lacey." And then Lisa says, "Yes, but he has a shirt on over his sleeveless shirt." Yes, there's some AC that's
It's cold
flowing
in
through.
here.
yeah, it's cold in there. Yeah, I mean, come on, give me a little of a break here, people.
We have Katie here that commented as well on Instagram, which
Mm-hmm.
if you're streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and those platforms, you're not able to see this. But she says, "I've had someone come pick up an item from Facebook Marketplace and decided not to pick it up." That's
Oh.
the other thing, having holds put on place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you have other people that are reaching out and risking losing that money
Sure.
when they bail, that's a risk. Chris says, "Hey guys, I listen to you every morning going to school with
Hey, Chris.
my mom." Chris,
Aw.
thanks for
Hey,
the
Chris.
appreciate
And going to
that.
school.
Yeah.
Good going to school. That's
Love that. And then Mrs. Williams, 25 on Instagram, says, "Hi, guys, too." And then Karen says, "Morning from Tennessee." We love that this podcast is
We love it. Tennessee.
Yeah.
all across the country. We're everywhere.
Talking about things on Marketplace, my dad, behind his barn, he had a big roll of chain link fencing, big roll of it that was never used for something he was going to use in his backyard.
Okay.
And it had sat there for years. He was mowing around it. And I said one day, why don't we just get rid of this thing? Well, it weighed, it was quite heavy. And it was a 6 foot high piece of chain link fencing. So it was high. So he said, well, how are we going to get rid of it? I put it on Marketplace. I put free.
Oh,
And within 15 minutes, someone said, "I want it." I'll come. And they were going to use it for like a dog kennel. They said
Yeah.
that'd be perfect for a dog. So they came, drove back in his back field behind the barn, got it, and we didn't have to touch it at all. So
That's nice.
You
that's
missed
some
out
good
some
things
big
about it.
money, though.
We didn't make. Yeah, maybe we should have sold it for something. I don't know, but we got rid of it.
Also, Jen says, "Love Sleeveless Fridays." Thank you.
What is the deal with people?
See, Deb, you got to join the group.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, Indy Lawn Bandit says, "Sold an old home stereo to a gentleman when he showed up, he was very clearly a member of a local biker gang and only used his biker name. Very intimidating. As it turned out, he was very friendly.
Yeah.
Which proves a really good point.
Yeah.
It's not always good to stereotype. And usually those biker folks, even though they've got like a
Spike.
Brutus or a Spike, really nice people.
Good guys.
Really nice people. And the most charitable people as well,
that
too,
is
in
true.
a lot of cases.
That's very true.
Right along with country folks.
Yeah.
But very, very. Oh, Marcia says morning from Arizona. Good morning.
Hey, Marcia.
I love Arizona.
Appreciate you tuning in here with us.
Yeah.
But going back to the chain link fence, that is something that I feel like if you were to go to a store and buy that, that's, I mean, even for a dog kennel, that's a significant cost.
We also had a piece of carpet that we had cut out, and we'd used it in our garage for something, like when we had a party or something. Cars were not parked on. Anyways, this remnant piece of carpet that my wife had, and she's like, I'm going to sell it on Marketplace. I said, no one wants that. And she priced it, super, super, super cheap, but they bought it for a dorm.
Oh yeah,
college dorm.
Rugs
they said
are expensive for college dorms.
It was about the size of a large throw rug.
Sure.
And they said it's exactly the right size,
smart.
and wasn't they can cut it down. So
Yeah.
I'm like, take it. So it was great. We made like $3 off of it.
Sometimes you
Didn't
don't
have to haul
even
it away.
the free. It was probably just worth worth it just to get it out of your hair. Sometimes
I feel like there's certain situations too where you're selling something and you're like, don't tell me what you're going to do with it because this is something special. It's something hard
this
for me to
wasn't.
part with.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
In that case, great. But like a painting and be like, oh no, I'm just going to use the frame.
Oh yeah.
What? No,
Yeah.
I
Now the
painted
one
this-
thing I would never buy on Marketplace is a car. I know a lot, and
why
a
not?
lot. Well, I don't know. I just wouldn't
I would
trust
never.
it.
I would.
No, I would
Sure.
not.
Because
but
if it
a lot
doesn't
of
work,
people do.
Where do you go?
Well,
What do
you bring
do?
a mechanic with you. You have them check it out.
Yeah, there's only so much they can see,
Yeah.
on the spot like
Oh.
that, and I just feel like I wouldn't trust anybody on that.
We have Emily on Instagram who says, when my family was in the process of moving back in after a house fire, we put all of the boxes and moving paper on Marketplace for free, and people loved it. Do not down price or undervalue the stuff you're selling because there's always a market for it.
Market for it.
You know?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah.
This is a good learning experience. I
Yeah.
think we've learned a lot today.
Now, are you a garage sale kind of guy?
I'll go, yeah. I mean,
Will you shop at a
absolutely.
garage sale,
I
and will you host a garage sale?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I won't
Yeah.
host one,
I won't.
but I will definitely go and rummage around.
My
But
wife likes to go to that. I don't really typically.
do you
I like to
call
go to
them-
thrift stores.
Okay.
Or flea markets or
Yeah, I like to
Yeah.
do that.
Okay, so
Always find
there's
something there. My best winter coat and my best pair of jeans ever, I got at a thrift store.
there, see, there's always good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So do you call it thrift sale, garage sale, or rummage sale?
thrift and garage. I don't say
Thrift is
rummage.
at a store,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
you think so?
but
Yeah,
a garage
is at a
sale is at a
garage.
home.
Okay.
Or yard
Yes.
sale.
Yeah. Or yard sale is another one too.
Yeah, I think rummage is probably maybe an older term.
That's what I was always raised on. My grandparents would always say,
Okay.
"Oh yeah, they got a rummage sale down the road."
Yeah, I call it garage sale.
Oh, how about, I know we're off topic, but how about couch or a Davenport?
No one says Davenport.
Remember that?
Davenport is what my grandparents called
Yep.
it. Yep.
Mhm.
So I've always called it a couch, but that is something that sticks with me.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What about pocketbook?
Pocketbook. Yeah, they did that too.
That was
That's-
my grandmother's term.
Man,
yeah.
yeah. They're going back in time. I like it. Well, you could. Oh, Karen says, I'm with Deb. I wouldn't buy a car either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard to do. I want something with a warranty. I want
Yeah.
something I can go back and say.
I want a
about
place
this.
to take it and say, this isn't working. Now
Yeah.
fix it.
Yeah, but if you have an old junker you just want to get rid of, and if you're one of those guys that wants to buy an old junker,
Yeah.
you can find a good deal on Marketplace.
I mean, if you're wanting to do
You're a mechanic, you want to fix it up, you're a kid.
Okay, but you just mentioned a bunch of things that I'm not. I'm not a mechanic. I can't fix it up.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You probably shouldn't buy a car off Marketplace.
I think if you're
Right
going to
on
be taking it to go and smash it up and
Yeah.
maybe at a county fair or something, like
That's different.
absolutely a great place for it. But I don't know, maybe not for the most dependable vehicles.
Right.
So anyways, yeah, we'll appreciate you joining us here again. We do this every Friday. You can join us on all of our streaming platforms. You can join the conversation, be a part of the podcast. And after you watch the podcast, you can even go and revisit it on all the podcast platforms because we are everywhere.
Yep.
Just search Indy's Morning Show After Hours.
And we love the comments, by the way.
It's coming up on lunchtime for us, if believe it or not.
I'm so hungry. Can
I'm
you hear my tummy yet?
starving. We got up so early, so
Yeah.
now we're ready for lunch.
I called it a tummy too. That's weird. Did we
Yeah,
call it tummies
it's
or belly?
really not the most
Stomach?
manly thing.
See, I wouldn't have brought attention to it. After saying it, I just moved on, but you stopped
I
and
would have
brought
said my
attention to
stomach.
it.
My stomach's growling.
My tummy wummy is.
I
We'll
think
see
it's
how-
time to end this
Yeah, see you next
podcast.
week.